Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. Kara Corey here, and as promised, I am here to do my review of the Corset Bodysuit that is launching with the Buffbunny collection Genesis launch. Now this launch is happening this upcoming Saturday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I already did my full, thorough review, so if you happen to miss that, head on to my last video and go check that out. There are timestamps included so you can skip through each and every piece, but I really wanted this to be a video in itself because I didn't have it at the time of that review. And this is probably the piece I've been asked about the most. I'm not sure if it's because a lot of athletes, we didn't have it or we didn't get it in PR until very late. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's because we haven't had a bodysuit in so long and this one's been teased and she's stunning. So I wanted to make sure I give you all the details here today. So we're just gonna dive on into it. Do not forget to use my code if you want to support me when you shop. The launch code Kara will get you 10% off. Or if you have a higher discount percentage or you're using your rewards points, that's cool. Using my link will also credit me. I do earn commission. It helps me grow with the team, and I appreciate it every time you choose to do so. Also, make sure if you're available 2.5 hours before launch goes live, I will be doing my live launch party. It's a ton of fun. I give out gift cards every 15 minutes. We send out a $50 gift card just for you being there and engaging. I'm going to be wearing the bodysuits. I'll also be receiving pieces in Barista Blue and Pistachio and the Legacy items, so I will be wearing those for you there. So make sure you join me if you're able to. Now for the bodysuit. We have a bunch of different colors coming in this bodysuit. I am currently wearing the brand new Mocha Berry. In addition, the team sent me over a black one, so you're going to see me wearing out both of those. Quick shout out to my girl Teresa. She was at the boutique. She hit me up and was like, do you need one of these bodysuits? And I was like, yes, girl, you a real one. So she actually grabbed me this bodysuit, went to UPS, shipped it out. I received it today, the same day the team sent me over one. But thank you so much, Teresa, for doing so. I'm really glad I got this color because it's stunning. So we have Mocha Berry, we have black, we have Cold Brew, and then we also have a new color called Berry Ice. Berry Ice is an even lighter tone than the color you're going to see me wearing. It's a bit more lighter pink skin tone from what I've seen. So that one's going to be the lightest color out of all the bodysuits. This bodysuit has so many different details that the design team put into it. I believe they were working on this one for a while. Let's start first with the fabric, because this fabric is the only piece in the Genesis collection that's in what we now call the Perform fabric. It's a nylon spandex combo, so very stretchy. It's got a soft matte feel to the touch. It's pretty lightweight feeling, however, and it is good for performance type activities. The fabric also has a really nice stretch to it. I do want to mention the actual corset section that you're seeing on me. It is a bonded waist, so it adds a little more compression through the waist. I would say just below my belly button is where that hits. It doesn't suck you in too much where you feel like it's going to create a lower belly pooch due to that bonding. It just does give a little more support in that intersection, which I do really like the way that that feels. The length on this bodysuit, because I know inseams have been a hot topic on this launch, she is a 26-inch inseam. So for me being 5'2", you'll notice I have my usual extra length at the bottom of her. So very similar to wearing a Rosa legging or a Legacy in terms of the inseam. Looking at the front of this bodysuit, you can see how it scoops here. If you watched my other review, the Dream Heather sports bra, this is kind of similar to that sports bra, right? With how it hits me in my chest. It's a very low scoop. I can really adjust this bodysuit quite a bit. There's a lot of adjustability to it. So even me just moving it up a little bit, kind of scooching the fabric up, it does work with the body really well. I feel a bit more covered, but I do want to mention this is a very low scoop. I don't personally feel that I would get nip slip in this based on how I've got the straps adjusted in the back. I could see having a larger chest where this could be a very booby for you. So keep that in mind if this is a piece you're possibly wanting to work out in. Quick note, I'm not someone that likes to work out in bodysuits. I'm just going to be totally transparent about that. I do, however, love the Buffbunny collection bodysuits. They just aren't pieces that I would gravitate towards the gym with. I will wear this though in the gym and get some footage for you though, just so you can see it in action if that is your purpose for it. It is listed on being intended to wear for strength training and yoga. For me, this is more of a sexy lifestyle piece, but we'll get more into that in a minute. So you will notice that very low scoop coming down. For me, it's not pushing the girls up too much. It does have a seam down on the middle part here so that your boob pads, because there are boob pads in here, stay separate so you do not end up with a uni boob, which I always appreciate. I like it when it's separated like that. I'm not getting any crazy lift or cleavage with it though. It's just important to note how low cut it is if you are larger chested. I am only a 34A cup, so the support up top is never really an issue for me, honestly, being such a small chested lady, but something to consider for sizing purposes. You have the bondage around the midsection here and no front seam on this, of course. There is a seam that does run along the leg all the way down to the ankle, just a very simple seam. On the back side here, this is where we have a lot to talk about. Let's just start with the simplest. They kept it consistent with the silicone logo, which Buffbunny collection, please keep those coming. Those are my personal preference. I like them so much better than the metallic looking sticker. The seam over the glutes is very similar to everything else we've seen in this launch. Just your basic scoop over the glutes contours them very nicely. In addition, on the back side, so this is a very low V on the back. It's a very deep V. I am wearing my true extra small in both colors that you're seeing me try on. I'm wearing a thong with it as well because I did want to see if you were going to be able to see that in the back or not. I can't in this, but I do see where it's really close for me if I'm feeling back here. If I was really to crank my thong up, or depending on what pair of underwear you were wearing, I could see where you could possibly see it. So that could make a difference in what type of underwear you pair with this if you do choose to wear underwear. That low back V to me is what makes this such a sexy piece, where I feel that I wouldn't want to wear it to the gym necessarily because it's very sexy. I think it's so stunning when I look at the backside, showing the lower back and the booty. It all looks really good back there. I think comfort-wise, I would have preferred if it wasn't as deeply V'd back there. But that's just me and that's just my comfort level. Still love this piece, love how it looks on me. I just think having just maybe half an inch or one more inch of fabric there for safety, just so it wasn't a concern, because different body shapes are obviously going to fit into this differently. So we'll talk about the fit in a moment. The straps on this, you have some adjustability, which I think is fantastic. I love that they've been doing more adjustable straps with their sports bras and then with the bodysuit. So you can adjust the two. You've got a couple straps back here. You've got the crisscross adjustable straps that go over your shoulders. You can adjust those to the appropriate necessary need for getting yourself locked in with your ladies, which is great. And then you have this extra strap that just runs straight across the back. You can tighten that up or loosen it, which is really nice. I had to tighten mine up a little bit more. I was getting a little bit of the fabric on the side, so you want to make sure you tighten it up perfect for how it fits your back. Let's talk about sheerness and cellulite coverage. The black and the cold brew are going to be your best options if you are someone that is nervous with cellulite or sheerness. That's just always going to be your go-to. If you're really concerned and just don't want to worry about it, dark colors are always going to be a bit more friendly in that department. With that being said, the Mocha Berry, I think, did a nice job. I don't see anything when I squat down. I am wearing a thong underneath this. I also didn't really see crazy cellulite either. So to me, it looked decent. Again, I know I'm not someone who has massive cellulite issues. So I would say definitely the Berry Ice, your lightest color, that's probably going to show the most cellulite and possibly go a little bit sheer depending on what color underwear you wear underneath. I am wearing that seamless, very highly recommended Amazon song, which I find works very nice under material like this. You can't really see it too much because it's seamless. So if you were wearing a thicker strapped song, you might be able to see the outline in it with this type of a fabric because it is such a light compression fabric. In terms of sizing, extra small, does it fit me? Yes, extra small is my true to size, and I wouldn't size up nor would I size down in this bodysuit. However, I know with bodysuits, This is where it tends to get a little tricky. Bodysuits, swimsuits, anything that's a one-piece situation, because all bodies are different. We're not necessarily the same size up here as we are downstairs. So you have to consider your own body type. Just because Kara Corey says it's true to size doesn't mean it's going to be true to size for you. So think about it in terms of sizing, what you're looking for. Keep in mind, this is lower cut up here. It's also lower cut in the back. I will say, thinking about the leggings, if I was to snip them in half, the leggings very much fit me like a Rosa legging. I kind of pulled them on like a nylon. The feel's different because we're talking about the Perform fabric. But in terms of the actual fit of the leggings, if I was to slice this off, they fit my true extra small size. The top itself does feel a little bit tighter, and being that it's deeper V'd, I think you may want to keep in mind your torso, how long your torso is versus your legs. If you've ever worn a bodysuit before, I would go with what normal sizing works for you, whether it's from Buffbunny doing one of the shorter versions or another brand. I think you'll be safe. I tend to tell people, if you're bigger in one area than the other, go with your larger size, right? So if you are usually heavier chested up here, but smaller downtown, maybe go with your chest size. But keep in mind, you kind of have to decide how you want to go with this bodysuit, which way you want it to fit, and what you're willing to compromise if you're not symmetrical on top and bottom. So if you're really heavy chested but small on the bottom and you want to size up, just know that your leggings maybe will have a bit more room in them. Or if you're cool with it being a little bit lower cut, a little bit tighter up top, it's going to give you a little more support, I would think, in terms of squeezing you in. Go with your smaller size. It's a hard question to answer when you're not the same size, which most people aren't. So you're totally normal. I think I am probably a rarity that I'm petite number one, and then I'm fairly symmetrical overall. And I know that's very rare. So it is easier for me to size for these pieces. So keep your own body type in mind and think about what you like and don't like. Or maybe it's just too complicated and the bodysuit's not going to be worth it for you. I totally respect that, but I do adore this piece. So if you're hoping to get it, I definitely want to help you size for it. So maybe think about bodysuit sizing you've done in the past, or one-piece swimsuit sizing may help. Or just think about what you'd be cool with. Like, would you be cool with having a little more room in the leggings portion? Or would you prefer a little more room up top because we've got the adjustability with those straps? I'm going to leave it up to you, but I am always here, happy to help with sizing. You can leave your comments down below, or if you feel more comfortable DMing me on Instagram, you can do that as well, or hit me up at the live launch party. Try to answer as many questions as I can, but sometimes things get moving fast and I miss some of your questions. I'll also be doing a Q&A on my Instagram. I usually do that the day before the launch. So that's another spot. You can hit me up. I'm going to be here to answer any and all of your questions. So this bodysuit for me is a total win. I'm definitely I want to revise my top picks. I still want to include the Dream Heathered set. I still love it, top and bottom. The bodysuit is definitely a must for me because we haven't had a bodysuit in, I want to say 2.5 years. It's been a long time since we've had a full-length bodysuit, that is. So I love it. I think there's a lot of different ways you can style this piece. So I do plan to do a little styling reel for you as well. I will try it out in the gym, although quite honestly, this isn't a piece I'm personally going to be wearing for the gym. A lot of people ask, how do you go to the bathroom in a bodysuit? Is it difficult? It's not difficult, but it's more or less, does it irritate you to have to literally get naked and pull this down to go to the bathroom? I'm someone that goes to the bathroom a lot when I'm at the gym, so that does play into me not necessarily wanting to wear a bodysuit at the gym. I pee a lot, okay? That's part of me. I'm hydrated, all right? I'm a hydrated girl. I hope this review was helpful. Any last minute questions, you know what to do, you know where to leave them. Code Kara. Anytime you shop Buffbunny Collection means the world to my family and I. Jason, Bruce Wayne, and Joey Justice, appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe before you head on out of here. It's been a heavy Buffbunny Collection week, but if you're interested in more content from me, I am posting on here consistently with a lot of fitness and nutrition inspiration for you all. So I'd love to have you join the Corey crew. That's going to be it, friends, for this one. I will see y'all at the live launch party.